You're listening to Boomer and the Beard, the pulse of Americana, with your beautiful bearded host, Zach Walker, Alabama's best no-holds-barred, constitutionally conservative, Christ-centered talk radio. If that don't fire you up, then your wood's wet. Now, it's time for your bearded host, Zach Walker.
Shine a light. You know, oh, wrong lyrics. Hear their own voice. Made the wrong choice. Come on, sing it. Welcome in to Boomer and the Beard. Connor, go ahead and hit that Facebook button. Get us going over there, big dog. We are just keyed up like a spider monkey on this Tuesday morning. We've got Jonah. We've got Marshall? No Marshall. Good morning, Jonah.
Good morning, Zach.
Good morning.
Hello.
Hello. Good morning. I'm working on my Jonah. Good morning. Good morning.
You know, just shout out a little love every now and then. Give it one time, and that's all I got for today.
So what you're saying is we get all your love.
Yep, that's it.
What does everybody else get?
They get the old afterthoughts.
Shiver quiver?
Yep.
The old shiver quiver.
Uh-huh.
I don't even know what that is.
I don't know either.
I made that up. I made that shiver up. And there we are. Yep, I'm back in my homeless shirt. Rocking that like I like it.
Most comfortable.
Ain't no doubt about that.
It's your go-to.
It's my goat.
You know.
That's what it is. Look at Hayden over there. Look at Tugboat.
Uh-oh.
He mailed it in today. He said, screw it.
Good morning.
Good morning.
There we go.
He said, I'm putting a hat on.
Yeah, he's hat today.
I ain't even.
Yeah, I didn't have time to shower.
That's gross.
Woke up a little late this morning.
That's gross, man. I'm just kidding.
It is
In the
gross.
morning.
I'm sitting there watching these women's basketball. It trips me out because, like, they're wearing fake eyelashes and
Who
everything.
cares? It's women's basketball.
I mean, I'm just like, you're playing a sport, so why are you worried about fake eyelashes?
Who cares? It's women's basketball. I'd rather watch paint dry. There, I said it.
Well, but still, though, you get my point.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I mean, you think you're going to have a dude with a manicure playing baseball? Probably not.
I know, like, probably nails done and stuff.
I mean, Hayden might get a manicure before he goes and bowls, you know. I mean, I know he doesn't really probably not much of an athlete.
I would not and would never. And I am quite the athlete.
Oh, quite the athlete.
Oh.
Yeah. What athletic endeavors did you pursue in high school?
In high school, I played basketball and golf.
Oh,
And then
were
just
you
before
the short
high school, I played
white
baseball.
dude that stood in the corner and shot all the time?
No, I was the tall white guy who...
You're not that tall.
I'm 6 foot.
Yeah, that's
And I went to
short in
Priceville.
Oh, he went to Priceville. Never mind.
But we actually went to state my junior year.
Really?
Yep.
How far did you make it? One game?
One game.
Hey, but you were there, buddy. That's all that matters.
Hey, we made it, so that's all that matters.
That's all that matters, man.
I remember I think it was the summer between my 8th grade and 9th grade. I dunked the ball one time, and that was it. I couldn't get
You
it
did.
again. Because, like, I think once I hit high school, I started working out a lot, and I got a little bit thicker and was playing more football. But, yeah, I was pretty good at basketball up until I started playing football all the time.
Let me tell you one thing I've never done.
What's that?
Dunk a basketball.
I've never done it either.
Yeah, I got one. I got one time. It felt good.
Trampoline and all. One of them little mini tramps, you know what I'm saying? Just slam one down.
I never
I
did.
used to be really good at baseball. Catcher.
That's probably not true.
It is true.
didn't really
I think
play-
I
I didn't really
played
play
too
baseball.
much.
But golfing's pretty cool. So like golfing was Hayden. It was a part of y'all's like school activity, or was it
Well,
like?
yeah, they
Yeah.
have school golf.
That's pretty
Mhm.
cool
You
right
didn't know
there.
that?
Yeah, it was
hadn't-
awesome.
You know, back in the day, I mean, we had there was no soccer. Matter of fact, I never even heard of soccer. But it was just football, basketball.
They just called that straight communism.
Yeah, I mean, I just never heard of that. No swimming or none of these sports. It was just we had 3 and that was it. I don't know what's wrong with just having 3 sports either, but I guess, you know, I think football's too violent, and so we got a weekend down
Well, I
there
mean, I
whole-
don't know what's wrong with having more than 3 sports. I mean, if you got the money for it.
Well, I mean, I guess so.
I mean, you got more than 3 sports in the Olympics. You got more than 3 sports in college. You got more. Why would we do different in high school?
It just spreads it out too much, I think.
What do you mean?
Well, it's just, you know, we barely got time. We can barely afford to do this or that. And-
Well, that's why I
and
said if
everybody's-
you got money. I mean,
Yeah.
my school had 1,200 kids in my graduated class. We had a little more money. There was more tax basis. There was more. We had all kinds of sports.
Yeah, we had over 1,000 when I graduated, and that was back in '99. I'm pretty sure. I mean, we packed the Von Braun Civic Center. But, yeah, I don't know.
Ain't nothing wrong with having more than 3 sports.
I guess so.
Smoke them if you got them, big dog.
I guess so. But I think also when you start diversifying the sports too much, you're really just trying to kill football, in my opinion.
No.
They're trying to demonize manhood and manliness and
No, you
hardness.
politicizing sports, bro.
No, I'm not. That ain't got nothing to do with
You pulling an ESPN right now.
Yeah, it ain't got nothing to do with politics. It's all about manhood and masculinity.
You pulling a Jamel Hill. Toxic masculinity.
Well, I ain't
You're
not-
mansplaining right now, bro.
Hey, the lack of manliness is toxic.
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
We need more manliness around here, and but anyway, I mean that's cool. People think, oh, I don't want my little boy getting hurt, and that's on y'all. And send him.
Well, my son's not going to play football until he's at least 12, and he's old enough to know what to do.
Well, I agree with that. I do not. I am against. See, like the Pee Wee stuff. You know, that's when you could be playing basketball and baseball. But
But then you just want to wipe it off the map later and make everybody play football so they can be men.
no, I didn't say make anybody do anything. I'm just saying I think there's a demonization of football is all. But you know, there's a lack of masculinity all the way around. That's why that's why males in general think whenever they get out of high school they gotta go straight to college because their daddy didn't teach them those skills, and so let me go pay somebody to tell me what to do.
Or because some people are better off getting educated than they are going into the trades.
I mean, colleges ain't nothing but communist institutions these days.
Not all colleges.
Well, yeah, most of them.
No.
Most of them are. That college crowd's what got Joe Biden elected.
Actually, it's the housewife crowd that got Joe Biden elected.
Well, I mean, that's debatable also. But anyway, there's a lack of masculinity, and more men need to go into trades, and your daddies need to start teaching you something. Men need to
You got
tighten
anything
up.
else you want to indict everybody on this morning?
I'm just saying men need to tighten up. This society is just full of weak men that keeps raising
that's
weak
on
men.
that's on point.
And, you know, this is what happens whenever we take God and prayer and the Pledge of Allegiance out of schools.
Come on.
We quit whipping people and thinking, oh, we're just going to sit little Johnny in the corner.
Spank that tail, son.
And
you know what it taught me? You know what I got? You know, my mom and daddy whooped the heck out of me. I got this disease called respect.
Mm-hmm. Well, and I also never tried to do that same thing again.
No, are you kidding me?
I mean, I might have had a lot of whoopings, but it wasn't for the same thing twice.
I wasn't stupid. I was just rebellious.
No. So anyway, men need to tighten up all the way around. But
Where's Marshall at this morning, man?
I ain't got no idea.
Marshall! He didn't hear me.
Probably being productive.
Probably not at this time in the morning.
I don't know. I'm kind of used to getting up this morning. I mean, like this is like I get up at 4 a.m. now, and it's just a natural time for me.
So I've changed your life, man. The radio show's changed your life because you wasn't getting up that early before.
No. I only allow positive influence in my life. So if I'm going to do something, then it's going to be positive. I'm not going to attempt anything. So, you know, like if I was doing this or not, I would still try to get up at 4 a.m. because I naturally just wake up. And normally when I wouldn't get up, try to fall back asleep, you get into that deep sleep. Then your alarm goes off at 6, and then it's
awful.
hard to get up.
Oh, it's awful. That's why I just don't set my alarm till 6 in the first place.
I still wake up at 4.
Not me. I have no problem getting up at 4 and getting here, and I enjoy every minute of it. But when my alarm is not set, now that being said, before I did the show, I would sleep till 9:30. Like, I was bad about, but I would also, like, I worked late into the night. Like, I'm that guy that I have that reverse schedule. I like to sleep late, and then I like to work late. And so I would go home, be with my family, put everybody to bed, and then I'd pull my computer out, and I'd go to work till midnight, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. And so I worked that late shift, man. But since the show started, like tomorrow we're going to do a best of show, and like Connor's got to go down and do some stuff at college. It's the last day of the month. We all just going to take a day and all that. I won't set my alarm, and I'll still get up at 6:30, but that's sleeping in. Like before it was 9:30, 10 o'clock. So my schedule is still adjusted now, but I ain't getting up at 4 o'clock without an alarm ever.
Yeah, mine went off at 5 anyway, but it was still about 6 before I was rolling out of bed. It's just
You
easier.
like that? Do you like that?
Just
that hour long, just lay around thing.
At 4, I can just pop up.
Yeah.
But if it's after that, I mean, it takes me a minute. It's because I go back in that deep.
You get
sleep.
that REM sleep going, man.
Yeah, it's hard to get up.
You get that REM sleep rocking. Hayden anticipating, man. He's there. Look at him. He on it this morning.
That was a quick 15 minutes.
He on it this morning. Well, you came out of the gate hot. Well, you just came out of the gate slinging that hot sauce, baby. Sometimes you gotta sling it.
I mean, it's better than going around putting my hands on everybody. Open hands slapping everybody.
And even our old farm co-host.
Yeah, you ever see a man slap? You want to?
Boomer and the Beard.
Bye, hun. Running late. Love you.
Hey, hon, you forgot your coffee.
For the days you need it most. Don't worry. Perk up and percolate with us.
Put some love in your day with Just Love Coffee Cafe in Huntsville. From our award-winning specialty coffee to our unique and quirky menu, our customers at Just Love Coffee have found us to be a great spot for the highest quality coffee, breakfast, brunch, lunch, or dinner. You'll want to try our delicious waffles, wraps, sandwiches, and more. At Just Love Coffee, we're the place to go when you're by yourself but don't want to be alone. We're the place to go when you want to catch up with friends. We're the start and end point of your morning run. Stop by the Just Love Coffee Cafe today on Memorial Parkway Southwest in Huntsville, and friend us on social media at Just Love Huntsville and brewing soon at Just Love Madison on Hughes Road across from Madison City Hall. Just Love Coffee. Eat, drink, love.
4.
Dan, where you been?
Well, it's hard to golf with bulky oxygen tanks, so I went to AeroCare and got a lightweight portable oxygen concentrator that I wear like a backpack.
Wow. Does insurance cover it?
They sure do. AeroCare called my insurance, and I had my machine the next day. I'm as free as a bird, or birdie.
AeroCare specializes in all respiratory equipment. If you have sleep apnea or are in need of oxygen, let AeroCare set you up. Call 256-469-3900. Let us help you breathe a little easier.
Got you covered screen printing and embroidery in Athens. Our team is here to help you with custom printed t-shirts that you want. And we know that means quality. At Got You Covered Screen Printing and Embroidery, we focus on the highest quality and the fastest turnaround time possible. Got You Covered Screen Printing and Embroidery on West Sandifer Road in Athens. Call to make an appointment with our graphic designer. She's awesome. 256-444-4500. That's 444-4500. And online at GotYouCoveredAthens.com.
News Talk 770 AM, 92.5 FM, WVNN.
Come on. Hey. Man, I love this song. Come on. On my way, oh, Carolina. I get back home to you. I got a story to burn. I don't know the words, but I sure love that song. Welcome back to Boomer and the Beard. I'm Zach Walker, your big, beautiful bearded host. It is myself and Jonah Tugboat. We got producer Connor and Marshall! Ain't no Marshall. Marshall gone like the boat in the Suez Canal. He said, set me free.
I don't know about y'all, but that was putting a little bit of stress on me, and I don't think it's going to affect us.
I think my new tires are on there. They're sitting on that Ever Given boat. They gotta be. That and the camper shell. Both of them on the Ever Given.
I mean, when you look at that picture, you're like, man, y'all need to put some bumpers up. You know what I'm saying?
No joke. You ain't
y'all
never been bowling before, have you?
Y'all don't need no beaches on both sides. Y'all need some bumpers.
No, throw some bumpers down in there. That bulbous bow, you know what I'm talking about? That thing stick out the front of the ship. What's the point of that other than to stick a boat in the sand? I don't understand that thing. I know it's got something to do with, like, levitation. Good God. What is this, Chris Angel? Holy crap. What am I trying to say, Connor?
The ballast or the...
Yeah,
You talking about the keel?
Yeah, well, it's that bulbous thing that, like, sticks out way out. Like, you got the bow of the ship that comes down, and you got this big bubble-looking thing that pops out. It's called a bulbous bow is what it's called. And it's got something to do with the flotation, or there's another word for flotation that I'm really looking for here. Connor, you got nothing for me, buddy?
Buoyancy, maybe?
Yes! Thank you! I don't know where levitation came from.
That's why he got a scholarship.
That's why he's that idiot going to college you were just talking about. How'd you feel getting about halfway through that thing, realized we got producer Connor over to go to the communist education institute?
Well, maybe I should have clarified a little bit. Because, I mean, I do have two first cousins that are Auburn graduates, along with my uncle.
They do quite well?
Oh, yeah. They're accountants.
Oh,
and
I don't know why you'd ever choose that, but that's just me.
Well, I don't know.
But hey, that'd be like this right here. You know what I want to do, John, when I grow up? I want to sign up to get my teeth pulled with pliers on a daily basis, no anesthetic, a.k.a. be an accountant.
My uncle is an accountant. All I know, he takes a lot of vacations. So.
Yeah, no, they make great money.
I mean,
they ain't got no teeth because they've all been pulled with pliers. But by God, they take a lot of vacation. No, it's
weird.
It's
weird hours. You know, it's weird hours. It's not a. I don't think it's a very consistent path or whatever as far as like how much you work. But they get it in, and then that April 15th hits, and you take a good old break for a while, and then catch back up in the fall on all them extension people. That's when I do my taxes in the fall.
You do your own taxes?
No, I don't do my own
I'm about
taxes.
to say you have an accountant.
Yeah, I got 3 family members that do it. So
yeah,
but no,
you got options. You roll the dice.
Oh yeah. But no, what I was getting at is just people that's like, especially ones with all this student loan debt and stuff. If you feel like you need to go spend some money, ride down 31 in front of Calhoun and look at them guys climbing them poles and learning how to be a lineman and stuff like that. Or there's a good class out there called, and I've had multiple people tell me this, it's called Intro Technologies for all the young people listening. And it's a little 2-year course. It's cheap, and that's going to get you in on any type of manufacturing job where they deal with robotics and stuff like that. And whereas if you get that job, they're probably going to send you to take that class anyway, where if you already had it knocked out, you're going to get paid more off the top. So, dadgummit, did they?
Don't do it. Wait, save it. Save it.
I had no idea.
Save it.
I had no idea.
Save it. Let's finish your rant. Yeah, look at that. Good God.
I had no idea.
But anyways, I think what you're trying to say is that without question, we need more in the trades.
Absolutely.
Without question.
Especially if you're trying to get anything done right now. I mean,
Right.
it's like, man, you're
Right.
just waiting forever to get somebody to do something.
Well, and that's right, because you go to college, you're going to spend 4 years graduating. But that being said, there are tons of kids who are better off going to college. And either path is an appropriate path depending on, but I think the key is understanding what those paths mean. Like, I don't think you just need to, like, this is the big problem, and I think this is what you were talking about, honestly, was kids that just go through their high school career with the expectation that there is no other option other than college. Like, there's nothing else out there for you. You're going to go to school, and you're going to spend $125,000, $150,000 on an education, and then you're going to come out and take 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 14 years to be able to pay that back before you can ever make any money, when the reality is you need to be open-minded to all the options that are available to you, and then make the best decision. I don't think there's a wrong one necessarily, because each person may be different. My little sister went and got a master's degree, and then started having babies and quit working.
Well,
and so
you make a good point about starting in high school.
That's right.
I mean,
we got to
options.
educate these kids, man.
Yeah, and the parents at home.
That's right.
And you have
That's the parents' job.
And you have military.
Yep.
Trade.
Yep.
College.
Yep. Drugs.
Yeah, you got yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Well, but I mean, when I remember all through high school, I didn't know what I was going to do. I had no idea. And
drugs,
partying. But no, I just sat down with my family, and I had the opportunity to go to college, had the opportunity to, I had my uncle who graduated Auburn was offering to send me to Auburn. I had my grandfather who retired from the railroad was offering to send me. All I had to do was go to Atlanta for 6 weeks and learn and train to be a engineer, conductor, or whatever on the railroad. And stupid me, all I thought about was I don't want to leave my friends for 6 weeks.
Yeah, those guys make good money too.
And I guess I feel like I didn't want to go off to college and leave either. And the military, I guess, with my dad being a prison guard my whole life, I was just tired of having somebody bark orders to me.
Mm-hmm.
So what I do, I go work at a cabinet shop and start learning a skill
that you don't use now.
No, but I did build myself a really, really, really nice bedroom suit. And so I did. Yeah. Got a really nice.
That was well done.
Man, I mean,
that was well done.
Let's see, it's that tiger stripe maple with the honey stain on it. with the wrought iron knobs and stuff. Man, it's beautiful. So we would, anytime somebody wanted maple cabinets, we would toss to the side all the tiger stripe stuff.
Yeah.
And because they wanted just a clean maple, and so I got a better deal on that. I think it looked better. Kind of looks holographic. So anyway, I could do woodwork. I can do trim. I ran some trim in my house. I got a couple of rooms I did my own crown mold in. But it's just all about time also. I don't have no time to really do any things I really like to do as far as cabinetry or carpentry and stuff like that.
You need to hire some good help over. Can't find none.
Everybody went to college.
He was going to hire Connor, but off he goes.
There he goes.
No, I'm just kidding. But, yeah, I'm glad we could clarify that.
Yeah, I mean, it's all good. Do what you want to do. I'm just saying, men need to tighten up. Men need to tighten up.
Tighten up, man. So we were just sitting there, and out of the blue, you saw the dirt race.
When did they? I mean, last
you're
time.
mad.
I guess they raced
you didn't
yesterday.
get to watch it.
I'm upset. I mean, I sat around all weekend.
Waiting for it.
Saturday, the truck race got rained out. I'm like, oh, okay, well, it'll be. And then Sunday came around, and the cup race was flooded out, and I forgot all about it. And
they raced on Monday.
Yeah. Well, at least one of my Fords won. So, congratulations, Logano.
Yeah.
It looks like it would have been fun though.
Well, it looked pretty ugly.
Well, they had some potholes and.
It looked slow.
Yeah, it did look slow. I think they did the best they could for the first time. Maybe it wasn't bad, but I don't know. Maybe I can go back and watch it somehow.
Oh, I'm sure you can. I mean, I've already seen a 10-minute highlight reel. That's probably all you need to watch.
Yeah, slow.
I mean,
couple spin outs.
Oh, there's a bunch of multi-car wrecks.
I want to see what kind of tire they was running
right
on.
There. Right there.
Does it look like a...
It's got a little tread on it.
Mm-hmm.
Got a little tread on it. Looks like one of them Formula One rain tires.
Yeah, it does.
That's what it looked like. Now, I love me some Formula One now. Who we on that Formula? Me and my wife, we on that Formula. Oof.
What was
this
that?
year's going to look different too, son.
I don't really keep up with
Anybody else in big in Formula One? 866-494-9866. I'm curious if there's anybody out there in the land of NASCAR. If there's any other rednecks like me that aren't big, I can't stand NASCAR, but I love me some Formula One. I'd love to hear from you. 866-494-9866.
Are they woke as NASCAR?
Yeah, they more woke. I mean, this is like the wealthy European crowd, but I don't care about none of that. I just like to watch. Dude, them cars are unbelievable. They be doing 225 miles an hour in a hairpin turn.
Yeah, and you're
like nothing.
You're naked on there.
Yeah.
It's
Boomer and the Beard will be right back. Oh yeah, no, they're more woke.
Boomer and the Beard. Boomer and the Beard.
Boomer and the Beard. This is News Talk 770 AM, 92.5 FM, WVNN. News starts now.
Warnings of a fourth COVID wave. CDC Director Dr. Rochelle Walensky says everyone wants the pandemic to be over, but it's too early to let down our guard. Even as more Americans are getting vaccinated, COVID infections are up in 23 states. The murder trial of former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin continues today. ABC's Kenneth Moten, who is in Minneapolis, has more on the police and National Guard protecting the area.
Things have been peaceful. We've only seen a small group on day one, and the weather and this pandemic could have something to do with that. And as people hear testimony day after day, it's likely to have an impact on the crowds we see out here. We do believe that these demonstrations will happen every single day of this trial, and we're hearing of a large one that's planned at that Chicago Avenue intersection where George Floyd lost his life. That's scheduled to happen on Saturday.
In contrast to Georgia's recent law restricting voting access across the state, Kentucky lawmakers have finished work on a bipartisan election measure that would expand early voting. Sherry Preston, ABC News.
Vroom, vroom, beep, beep, vroom, 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 vroom.
When we were kids, there was nothing cooler than our toy trucks.
You'll never catch me. My truck's too fast for you.
Now that you have a real truck, when you see all the toys we have in stock to jack up your ride,
Oh, wow. Look at that.
you'll feel like a kid all over again.
Linex Decatur Customs has everything you need for your truck, SUV, Jeep, and more. Customizing and protecting anything with Linex spray-on coatings. Treat yourself and take your ride to the next level. With our wide selection of custom accessories, including our exclusive line of truck gear by Linex, toolboxes, hitches, lift kits, and so much more. Our shop focuses on quality, and that's what you'll get with Linex Decatur Customs. Give us a call today at 256-355-4251. That's 355-4251. And online at Linex.com. Linex Decatur Customs on Beltline Road in Decatur, home of the adventurous, hardworking, daring, and cutting edge.
Check it out, boys. Got my new Jeep to go mudding this weekend. Who's in?
Mudding, huh? What kind of lift kit you get for it?
What kind of what now?
Rough country, Terraflex, extreme terrain?
The middle one?
Son, there's somewhere you need to go first.
Outlaw Off-Road, your premier off-road center for Jeeps, trucks, and SUVs. We handle everything from suspension installation, wheels and tires, gears and driveline, repair and maintenance, overlanding, bumpers, steering upgrades, LED lighting, and more. And we have access to virtually every brand and name in the off-road industry. Before you take your Jeep, truck, or SUV off-road, you have to come by Outlaw Off-Road on Nick Davis Road in Athens. Or call 888-954-7799. That's 888-954-7799. And online at theoutlawoffroad.com.
News Talk 770 AM, 92.5 FM, WVNN.
This is Dale Jackson, and you're listening to Boomer and the Beard, the show that survives on your low expectation.
Welcome back to Boomer and the Beard. I'm your big, beautiful, bearded co-host, Jonah Waters. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Wow.
Zach's got a whole mouthful of crackers.
I'm talking about, I got and
his water came a day late.
Yeah,
$1 short.
$1 short, ain't no doubt about that. Good Lord. I'm over here like, I can't get my mouth open. Wow. You did a good job, though.
Appreciate it.
Producer Connor, how are you this morning, buddy? We never officially checked in. I wanted to give you a few segments. What's going on, man?
He's completely insulted by my first.
He's like, well, other than Jonas ran, I'm doing pretty good.
Nah, I'm doing all right.
You feel like you're going to a communist education center?
I don't think of Tuscaloosa as being a communist haven.
Well, they got a Democrat mayor. That's all I gotta say.
That's true.
You might as well be freaking red China.
I wonder how much China pays them. I bet China be donating.
I'm sorry, Connor. I didn't mean to go here.
Oh,
how are you, buddy?
I'm doing all right.
Well, what do you got going on tomorrow down there in old T-Town?
Getting some things set up for orientation, talking with some advisors, trying to figure out kind of where I'm headed, what steps are next, just some general stuff.
Are you excited?
Yeah, as excited as I can be, I reckon.
I reckon.
You know, it's always a little, I mean, I'm not looking forward to leaving this community that I've got myself involved in,
Yeah.
but no, as far as the education goes, meeting new people, everything, I think it'll be good. I'm optimistic.
Well, better this year than last year too, Connor.
A lot better. Alabama's set to be full open in the fall, so I think that we're in good shape there. I'll have 4 normal years of college, hopefully.
Well, it depends on if Biden gets his way, but yeah,
we'll see.
You know, he's pretty keen on shutting her all down again. At least that's what it sounds like. You know, I'm just saying.
Well, at least Kay Ivey came out and said that we're done with this once April.
Kay Ivey said my checks from China stopped coming, so we're done.
That's real right there.
No, she was on China's payroll. There's no doubt about that. There's some proof out there to support that.
I mean,
the FBI, the National Security Administration. I mean, they all came out talking about, hey, here are the list of governors that are on the payroll.
You know, just because we think all the Cold War's over or we're in a new millennium and all this other stuff, that it's just going to go away. Well, it's not. And
well, I thought the Cold War was over, but I woke up this morning and walked outside. By God, it's cold again.
Yeah.
What happened? Alabama, you're drunk.
I'm going to enjoy it while I can. I don't like hot.
I don't either. I'm with you. I wish I could move to like Montana or something, be like Tugboat.
Yeah, I'm too pale and hairy for this 100-degree stuff. Humidity. It's the humidity that gets me. I ain't trying to put up with it at all.
Tugboat, what's the weather like in Montana?
I think it's probably still pretty cold every night. During the summer, though, it can get really hot, but it's dry, and then at night it'll cool down pretty quick.
Thank you for that.
I don't mind.
So never need for air conditioning too much.
That's probably not true. If it's above 70, there's a need for air conditioning.
Yeah.
Not at night.
You obviously have never been fat before. Let Jonah and I tell you how that works. You turn that joker down, son.
You always hot?
Heck yeah. Although I've lost 25 pounds and
holding.
Yeah. Which is impressive because I ate a gallon of ice cream this weekend. So, and it's holding. So let's not be. Let's be honest. And we'll get into that. In fact, I mean we We definitely can get into that because I definitely need to update everybody. But here we go. And we've got a Beard Bod Challenge update brought to you by 360 Fitness right here in Athens. Reed Lancaster, the man, the myth, the legend, the Harley Sportster riding trainer. We were talking about bikes yesterday. He was like, "Oh, I got a bike." I was like, "What you got?" He's like, "I got an 883." I was like, "So you have a tricycle? So you have he's got a Honda." He's got a shaft driven. It's a Harley, but it's a Sportster.
And the 883, I think that might be the small one.
It is. It's the tiny one. It's the chick bike. Sorry, Reed. Love you, buddy.
Hey, at least he got one.
That's right. You got more respect for a dude with an 883 or a dude with one of like the big Suzukis.
When you get down talking about your weight loss, we'll talk about that Sportster motor.
So, anyways, back to the Beard Bod update. Your boys still down 25 and holding. I had gotten down 30, so there's been a little fluctuation there. I did start I re-fired the workouts hard this week, so I'm having a hard time moving my arms today. I've bumped my training sessions up to 3 times a week because I need a little extra motivation right now. But I haven't gained much weight, and that's huge. Because for the past 3 weeks, I've been eating like whatever I wanted, whenever I wanted. Like I'm talking about old eating habits, okay? So I've had 3 weeks of old eating habits, and I've only gained back 3 pounds.
That's pretty good.
That means that my body is re-regulated again, right? So I've got my testosterone back where it needs to be. So now the key is if I can get the 50 off, it'll never come back. Like it'll never come back. Because my body's where it's supposed to be now. But getting there is quite the challenge. So I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to... I just like eating a lot, man. You know what I'm saying? I like a bowl of mint chocolate chip ice cream every now and again. You a mint chocolate chip fan?
I don't like mint. I don't like them little...
Andes? You talking about Andes? Them little chocolate with the green in the middle?
Yeah, that.
Yeah, them are good.
I just, I don't know. I mean, with ice cream, I like to stake more of on like the maybe cookies and cream or the chocolate chip cookie dough or the.
You more of a traditional guy?
Yeah.
But I think mint chocolate chip qualifies as a traditional flavor. Of the original flavors,
it would be
You've got chocolate and vanilla, Neapolitan, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then of the next, like the flavors with additional ingredients, the OGs are going to be cookies and cream, chocolate chip cookie dough, and mint chocolate chip butter pecan.
Well, and probably mint chocolate chip is older than cookie dough.
Do you like butter pecan?
No.
Really?
No. I mean, not in ice cream. I don't really even. My wife likes caramel in hers. I don't really like caramel.
No, a butter pecan is a flavor, goober.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But I'm just talking about caramel also. I'm just not.
You don't like nothing in your ice cream?
Not too much, yeah.
But cookies and cream.
Pretty much.
Have you ever wondered why they call it cookies and cream? It's already ice cream. Would it just be cookies?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like saying cookies and cream.
Yeah. That's how simple it was back in the day. Somebody just took some Oreos and stuck in their vanilla ice cream, and they're like, oh, man, we can market this. Or take a little hunk of chocolate, start chipping some off.
Yeah, his name was Blue, last name Bell. The only ice cream out there, by the way. If you eat any other ice cream, you're wrong.
I like Blue Bell. I like it's hard to get away from Ben & Jerry's, though.
What?
Yeah, I like Ben &
That
Jerry's.
is the wokest company on the face of the planet.
You're absolutely right. It's disgusting.
But their ice cream's so good.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. I completely understand who they are and what they're about. And I haven't had to talk with my wife about it. I'm like...
he's got to hype himself up to go to the grocery store and buy some.
Well, it's like we could cancel everything. We could sit here. I mean, we can talk about China. I better throw away my brand new iPhone. Everything. I looked at a bowl the other day in my house, and on the bottom of it, it was upside down, and all I seen was made in China.
Did you shatter it?
Hey, you know what? I thought, I ought to just give all this away and go buy some American stuff. But then again,
that's right.
I think the point is, or what we shouldn't do is just, like people that would go out and buy Kaepernick jersey just to burn it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you're still giving money to him.
Mm-hmm.
Or like with Nike or whatever like that. Just, we shouldn't waste what we have, because being wasteful is
still waste.
And that's not a positive thing either. But I think the goal is to try your best to not go out and buy them products if you can get around it. Like phones, for instance, we don't really have I heard they was trying to come up with an American-made smartphone, but
that'll never happen.
The joker was going to be like a minimum of $2,000.
Oh yeah, I was going to say $2 million, but yeah.
I mean, like I went and I bought a pair of made in the United States New Balance shoes that I was just comparing to like my Nike Air Maxes. I like the black suede and stuff, so it was pricey. I mean, it was like $175, and they have cheaper options, but they're not made in America. There was only like maybe 5 or 6 options that was actually made in the country, and there was about $100 price gap. But I was like, well, I came here to buy American, so I'm gonna buy American. So I went ahead and did it, and I like them, and they're good shoes. But American stuff is a little bit more expensive, and that just all has to do with how much we pay employees. It's funny how we hold ourselves to certain standards, and we talk about $15 minimum wage in our own country, but then we ain't got no problem going and buying things from China or slave labor or anything like that. A lot of hypocrisy going on.
You on that serious grind this morning, man?
Well,
what you're in your fields this morning?
No, I preach sometimes.
Well, you've been preaching a lot today.
Well, you can take over.
Oh no, it's fine. I was just curious about, I don't mind you preaching. I mean, I'll hold the good book for you, let you get after it. But I was just curious what got you in that frame of mind this morning.
I like Ben.
Would you listen to a different type of music this morning on the way in?
I wouldn't.
It was a Ben and Jerry's ice cream, wasn't it?
I like Ben and Jerry's. I disagree with them politically. Can't help it.
Boomer and the Beard will be right back.
Boomer and the Beard.
There's nothing like the peace and serenity that you get while fishing. Invest in the rod you deserve. Old 18 is a veteran-owned company operated by a U.S. Navy SEAL and Top Gun fighter pilot, breaking the mold of the fishing industry. At Old 18, we offer high-quality products with a 25-year master rod builder behind every rod. We offer a no-nonsense, hassle-free warranty we stand in front of so you don't get left behind. Shop old18.com and type in the code BEARD for a 20% discount.
This is Mike 4 years ago. This is Mike having the same conversation with Debbie just last month. And today, he's at it again.
What's that, Mike?
I said our house is still underwater.
How do you know? Have you had it appraised lately?
Well, no.
Has the coronavirus made your life less financially stable? Are you worried about your next mortgage payment? Reed's Family REI is a family-based real estate investing company ready to buy your house for cash in any area or condition and close in 2 weeks. You don't have to fix it up. There's no agent fees, and we handle the closing costs. Selling a home can be very stressful, and Wyatt Reed and his team at Reed's Family REI will put together the best possible offer for your specific needs. Sell your home fast with Reed's Family REI. 931-292-2875. That's 931-292-2875. And online at reedsfamilyrei.org. Reed's Family REI. Creative real estate experts for all your buying or selling needs.
So, what do you want to eat?
I want something fast-tastic.
Fast-tastic?
Yes, fast, yet fantastic.
Sounds, spiff-delicious.
Well, then let's go.
Eat more chicken with Chick-fil-A in Decatur, the taste that you can't get anywhere else. Download the Chick-fil-A app today, bypass the line, and enjoy your Chick-fil-A even faster. 2 great Chick-fil-A locations in Decatur, ready to serve you. Stop by today on Highway 31 South and on the Beltline in Decatur.
Where is your haircut gone? We know you don't get out as much. You don't drive by your regular sport clips and pop in for that MVP haircut experience that is so much more than a haircut. But isn't it worth getting out for? For that legendary hot steam towel for your face, massaging shampoo that makes you melt into your seat. Oh man, you remember that, right? We found your haircut. It's right where you left it. Sport Clips. It's good to be a guy.
News Talk 770 AM, 92.5 FM, WVNN.
Gave me 40 days. Come on. Instead of a fine Hayden could not pay. Cause his girlfriend left and he's paying 2 rents. And he's gonna have to move in with his parents. Because he's broke. What's up, Hayden?
What's up, man?
You talking to Mackenzie yet?
No. I mean, I did over the weekend, but I haven't really texted her back.
I don't think it's been long enough. You need more time, don't you, Hayden?
I think so.
Hayden!
I feel that.
Mackenzie is a dime, son.
But his heart's still in too. So
I don't give a rip about your heart. I spent $14 on making that happen.
You spent $14 on Tinder?
Yeah.
Well,
Well, you owe me 20, so I'm just spending your money, really. I still got 6 more to spend. Then I'm going to collect it on Friday. You know why Friday? Take a guess.
Friday.
Payday! Oop, nose ring. Swipe right. Oh, it's a match on nose ring. Look at her. She looked like she's 12, but hey, come on.
So that means that she's already ran across
She's already liked Hayden.
and swapped right.
Yeah. Oh.
Now, see, that's got to make you feel good right there, Hayden, when somebody has already
does.
swapped right on you. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she's not cute, but.
But there's.
You know how I've started, you know my new pickup line now?
What?
When can I buy you dinner? I just lead with that. And you know what? It's working every single time.
That's simple and straight to the point.
Yeah. I mean, I could sit here and play games, but really, though, the game, I just, hey, girl, when can I buy you dinner?
There's somebody out there for everybody.
Even Hayden.
Even Hayden. It's people that think, oh, I'm going to be single forever. You're wrong. People that think, they keep going back to the same old toxic relationship with the same person. You're wrong also.
There might not be anybody out there for her. Did I say that out loud? That was something I was thinking in my head. I didn't mean to say that.
Hayden's going to be all right. Find him a little local girl.
Yeah, Mackenzie's her name. Hayden, I swear on my life, if you screw that up, son.
No, I won't screw it up.
He ain't motivated. He needs a little bit more time.
I feel like.
A 3.5 year relationship, you can't just get over it in a week or
3.5 years is the new 3.5 months.
But seriously.
Whoa. Look at old Sarah. Sarah looks like she's trying to eat somebody.
No, she's, I know.
She hungry.
She hungry.
Why is anybody listening to this show?
Sir, are you getting down to more of the swap lefts and stuff?
Yes. We have officially reached the, yes, we are swiping left significantly more than, swiping right, swipe left, swipe right. Swipe right.
Hey, and going back to the ice cream deal in Ben & Jerry's, Ben & Jerry's be putting some hunks of stuff in there, too.
Yes. Dude, they'll take half a birthday cake, shove it in there.
You give it, and it is more expensive.
Like, dog, it ain't but a pint. They say, hey, eat this half a birthday cake and your pint of ice cream.
Well, I forget what they put on the label, but it's always something that has to do with chunky or something like that. It's true. And then the other ones are more, at least the other brands like Mayfield or whatever, they're still very consistent to how they was whenever we grew up. And then Ben and Jerry's came around and they just started chunking it up. And I like that. Chunk it up. But I don't eat. I may eat some ice cream once a week, sometimes once a month. I don't want to sit down and every day.
Really?
Nah. I don't really want to do anything every day. I like to change it up.
You come here every day?
Not every day.
Oh, that's fair. Like tomorrow, for instance.
Yeah.
See that this is where I think a lot of talk radio people miss the bar. You've got to take random days off from time to time. You've got to, because this is a grind, dude. It really is. And you and Marshall and really, nobody's really getting paid for this right now because we're still in the infancy of this show, and so there's break-even costs associated with any new business, right? And
you just missed a really good catch. Watch this.
Oh snap! You more ADD than I am, son. But there's startup costs associated with any business, and so we are not yet to our break-even point. And so, I appreciate the grind that you guys. We all should appreciate one another because we get up every morning and we show up and we didn't even get no biscuit money.
Well, as men, though, we should always try to challenge ourselves. And so,
speak that truth.
Going back to that, I like a good challenge. It's also good. I think this is good brain exercise. Also,
oh yeah.
Just trying to.
Yeah,
come
we're
up
super
with,
intellectual.
It's not like we sit here and like prep, but we don't prep. We don't be like, oh, here's what we're going to talk about tomorrow. We just come in and talk about stuff.
No, it's like remember whose line was it, anyways?
Yeah,
that's what we do every morning.
Yeah.
Connor, you like a good improv show?
Love a good improv show. Whose Line is one of my favorite shows to watch.
Yeah, me too. Golly, what's that tall guy's name? Bill something? Was it Bill? The tall, skinny one?
Oh, Ryan Stiles.
Ryan, yeah, he was my favorite. Him and then the
Colin
black dude.
Mockery, Wayne Brady.
Wayne Brady, that guy.
I like Drew Carey, the host. He was my favorite. When he would pop in every now and again, they keep making fun of him.
Yeah. Saturday Night Live used to be funny too. It used to be good when they like back when they did the Bruno Mars. Did you ever see the Bruno Mars Pandora bit? That's one of the best bits they've ever done on Saturday Night Live. Like, there used to be some really clever stuff on Saturday Night Live. And if you go back to some of the old hosts and some of the old talent, and I mean, the who's who of who started their career at Saturday Night Live back in the day, now it's just become this woke monster that's it's intolerable. You can't even hardly watch it because used to, they'd make fun of every president. They'd make fun of the left. They'd make fun of the right. They'd make fun of, and it was hilarious, dude. As a conservative, I love laughing at conservatives because conservatives do some stupid stuff.
Well, yeah, but comedy in general has went downhill.
Oh, dude, political correctness killed comedy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, are you kidding me? Go back and watch. Go back and watch some of Cat Williams from back in the day before political correctness took over. Go back and watch. I mean, any of them.
See, like Coming to America 2. Okay, the 2 just came out. And
did you watch it?
I haven't watched it yet, but I see, Eddie Murphy. I
heard it was terrible.
Well, I bet the woke crowd said it because it may have some old humor that Eddie Murphy's used to doing, and that's probably why we're hearing bad things about it.
Then in that case, I bet it's hilarious.
What was that? I can't believe I forget this. One of his best movies where he was the fat guy.
The Nutty Professor?
Yeah, the Nutty Professor.
Remember how he did all them characters in there?
Oh, yeah.
And he's doing some characters, a lot of other characters in this movie also. I love watching that.
Oh, yeah.
And
the creativity, the talent.
Yeah, and why should Eddie Murphy change? why should he be any
Dave
different
Chappelle.
than how I love
Dave Chappelle is one of the greatest comedians to ever walk this planet. And he's been shut down over being. I mean, dude, he
like you watch Chappelle's show and
the white supremacist bits.
Oh,
he was a blind black dude. They didn't know he was black.
Everything.
And he was a member of the KKK.
It was funny. It was very funny. Very funny. Like, remember when Kevin Hart was going to do the Oscars or something like that, and then they started bringing up some old stuff he said, and he's just like, whatever, man. I ain't got to do this. That I don't care about. As soon as I saw that Coming to America 2, and there was some people saying negative things about it, I started digging into what they was actually saying, and it was the woke crowd. And so,
Dave Chappelle, he used to do one bit. I can't even say it on the air, but there was a certain family. You don't? Oh, I'll show you in the
I don't
break.
know.
I'll show you in the break.
But Chappelle Show is one of my
Oh
favorites.
gosh, we used to sit. We could watch hours of that. I don't know. There's something about quality, like improv and acting and comedy and stuff like that, where it's not scripted. Some of it's off the cuff. Some of it's. I mean, I just enjoy. Like, Robin Williams was unbelievable. I mean, watching him do anything was unbelievable because regardless of what the script said, I mean, he was always creating something. I mean, it just.
But now
you can't. There is none of that anymore.
Well, you can't even hardly watch Comedy Central without.
Although Impractical Jokers is still running hard, and I love watching those guys.
Yeah,
those guys are hilarious.
They're still doing it just as good.
That's just some 4 old buddies from back in the day that just get in the neighborhood and act crazy. We could do that. Oh, dude, we need to do an Impractical Jokers. That'd be hilarious. Boomer and the Beard will be right back.
WVNN Athens, WVNN FM Trinity, a Cumulus station. It's 6 o'clock. News starts now.
From ABC News, I'm Sherry Preston. It seemed like things were looking up when it comes to the pandemic. However, CDC Director Dr. Rochelle Walensky says it's too soon. She is warning of a 4th COVID wave in the U.S. Here's ABC's Eva Pilgrim.
With the country averaging more than 60,000 cases of the coronavirus every day, the CDC director bluntly warning of another surge.
We have so much to look forward to, so much promise and potential of where we are, and so much reason for hope. But right now, I'm scared.
Hospital admissions up more than 10% across 17 states in the last week, and the numbers of death rising too.
Dozens of girls who arrived at the U.S. border unaccompanied by adults have now tested positive for COVID. They are being housed at an emergency intake shelter in San Diego. Day 2 of testimony in the trial of the ex-Minneapolis police officer accused of killing George Floyd last summer. Donald Williams was called to the stand as a witness. He says he watched as Floyd died under Derek Chauvin's knee that day.
The more you see Floyd slowly fade away, and like the fish in the bag, you've seen his eyes slowly, pale out and again slowly roll to the back of his eyes.
Williams is a trained mixed martial arts fighter, says he recognized that knee on that part of the neck as something called a blood choke. It was 40 years ago today. President Ronald Reagan was shot. ABC's Andy Field looks back.
That stunning moment captured by news crews. A bullet ricocheted off President Reagan's limousine, striking him in the chest. Another gravely wounded and crippled his press secretary, Jim Brady, and a number of officers. The shooter, John Hinckley, wanted to impress actor Jodie Foster. The jury found him insane. He spent years in a mental institution. He's now free, working in a Virginia antique store. Andy Field, ABC News, Washington.
You're listening to ABC News.
Deep down, you knew it was coming, and you know there's nothing you can do to stop it. And now it's here. Tax-mageddon! Federal debt now exceeds the size of the entire economy, and Congress continues to spend like drunken sailors. Taxes are going up, and your retirement savings are going to be taxed to smithereens. But there's one proven time-tested strategy that lets you legally pay zero taxes on your hard-earned retirement money. And you can learn all about it in a free report from Bank on Yourself. Get it now at LegallyPayZeroTax.com. This strategy also grows your wealth safely and predictably every year, even when the market tanks. And it gives you penalty-free access to your savings. Yes, you can protect your money from the next stock market crash and from Tax-mageddon. To get this free report and save your retirement, visit LegallyPayZeroTax.com today. That's LegallyPayZeroTax.com. LegallyPayZeroTax.com.
In any home, your current cabinets, what instrument do they play? Wouldn't you rather they sounded like this? They can. It just takes one call to us.
Cabinet Express Online, North Alabama's premier cabinet supplier. Whether you want a complete custom kitchen or some of our RTA line, at Cabinet Express Online, you will get the most value out of your hard-earned money every time. Are you looking for framed or frameless? Either way, in no time at all, your dream kitchen can be a reality. And the only place you should trust to bring that dream to life is Cabinet Express Online. Schedule your free design consultation today with Cabinet Express Online. Call 256-289-7355. That's 289-7355. and online at CabinetExpressOnline.com. Design your custom kitchen today with Cabinet Express Online.
770 AM. Depend on it. The Pulse of Americana with your beautiful bearded host, Zach Walker, Alabama's best no-holds-barred, constitutionally conservative, Christ-centered talk radio. If that don't fire you up, then your wood's wet. Now, it's time for your bearded host, Zach Walker.
Good morning. Welcome back to Boomer and the Beard. I am Zach Walker, your big, beautiful bearded host. And if that don't fire you up, your wood's wet. This morning, we are so thankful to have you joining us. BoomerandBeard.com. Boomer and Beard. Spell out the word. And make sure, if you have not yet gone to our website and checked us out, that you make sure that you do so. Also, be sure to support our great sponsors like MyPillow, for instance. Go to MyPillow.com/radio specials. Use promo code BEARD at checkout to get deep discounts on anything on their site. Plus, what's better than supporting a great American patriot like Mike Lindell? Joining us this morning from Arkansas, the man, the myth, the legend, the one, the only, the host of the Bearded Men of Real Estate podcast every Wednesday at noon, Ray Ellen. Ray, how are you, my friend?
Hey, good morning. I'm good. How are you guys?
I'm good. He's very quiet, Connor. Can you do a little more? There he is. There he is. What's going on, buddy?
Man, everything's going on. It's been a whirlwind in the last. I guess it's been like 3 weeks since I've joined you. So in real estate, it's been a whirlwind. In tech, it's been very quiet. So there hasn't really been much happening in tech lately. I guess one of the it's sad when one of the biggest stories in tech is that there wasn't a story in tech. So Apple was I'm serious. So everyone was getting really excited about the Apple announcement. And I want to talk about a couple of rumors that they may be releasing. And then Apple never had an announcement. So there are all these rumors saying, okay, it's going to be in March. It's going to be the second week in March. It's going to be the third week in March. All right, it's not in March. So now there's
sounds like QAnon.
So what?
Sounds like QAnon when Trump's going to be the president in March. Yes. Second week of March, the third week of March, the fourth week of March.
And there are websites and people in the Apple ecosystem that make lots and lots of money predicting all these things. And normally, like in the pre-COVID time period, Apple about a week before would send out invites, and then all the media and stuff would go to California and go to now Apple's headquarters. Well, when COVID happened, all of their events went digital. And so instead of sending an invite a week before, it would be like the day before. It would say, hey, get ready, we're announcing this tomorrow. And they would never tell you what they're announcing. They would just say they're having a big announcement. And so one of the biggest news stories as of late in tech is that they haven't had an announcement. And it's been one of the first times in several years in which they haven't had an announcement in March. They did announce something in April several years ago, way back when. And so people are still holding on, thinking that, okay, it's going to be April. So one of the reasons they move these events is if the tech is not ready. And they have some new things supposedly that they're going to be rolling out that are kind of a big deal. And one of them is these air tags. Have you ever heard of this?
No.
So there's these little things that you can put on your keychain now that are already out in the marketplace. You put it on the keychain, and if someone else with that program or app or whatever walks by it, and you've lost your keys, alert you and say, hey, your keys are
like
over
a tile
here.
or whatever.
Yeah, tile is one of them. There's several. Tile is probably the biggest.
Okay.
Well, Apple has released some stuff. It's in all of our phones right now. It's in the latest Apple Watches. It's in most of the latest Apple devices. But there's a thing in the code that people have found that's called AirTag. And it's believed that when they activate this, you'll be able to find your stuff wherever it is in the same type of way that Tile works, where anyone with an iPhone, it'd be able to pick up the data and encrypt the data all anonymously, all with privacy taken into consideration, which Tile does not. And so there's all these it's already in our devices, and so people are just waiting on it to be released and activated. So this would mean, let's say you can't find your phone in your house. Instead of using the ping, you'd be able to look at something, maybe your computer, and see exactly where your phone is in your house. Or because it's going to be far more accurate than Tile, and even more accurate than their Find My Phone feature. So you can also supposedly buy these AirTags and put them on things. So you could take an AirTag, put it on your keys, and then find your keys. But how would Apple do this different? They're also doing something called augmented reality. So the rumor is, picture this: you've lost your keys in your house. You have no idea where they are. You pick up your phone, you turn it on the camera mode, and you're looking through your iPhone camera around your house, and you see where your keys are.
That's kind of cool.
Wouldn't that be rad?
So that's you're in Black Hawk Down, you know what I'm saying? Running around with a clear camera looking for a bad guy. We got a bogey over there.
So you're literally just kind of walking around your house using a viewfinder, and they say that it could have an alert as well. So you might make it do a beep or something like that. But that's not always convenient either, especially if you have a little kid sleeping and maybe you left your phone in the room and you're not real sure. You don't want it to go bing, 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 bing.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, from everything you've said, this isn't going to help me out at all, because I was thinking about ways to help my wife. My wife loses her phone 17 times a day, which is unbelievable. But if she loses her phone and her phone's got a little AirTag on it, then there's going to be no viewfinder for her to find the bogey in the corner.
Well, unless she has an Apple Watch, maybe.
She does have an iPad, right? So maybe we could get the whole...
Yeah, iPad would work because that does have the viewfinder. On the Apple Watch, it may be more like a compass type of directional thing where it's telling you with an arrow where to go.
It's like playing Marco Polo with your phone.
Yes, pretty much. So this is that's the biggest thing, the biggest new technology that they haven't released that is in the code and in the phones. And one of the reasons why we know so much about it is because Tile has threatened to sue them.
Snap!
I know. like whoa. So whenever they announce
not another lawsuit between tech giants.
I know. Well, one tech David and Goliath would be the.
That's more accurate. Yeah. So kind of like Baylor and Arkansas last night. What happened to your boys, man?
Man, it was rough. I don't know. I think in order to beat a team like Baylor, every one of our players had to be on, and there were very few games this year where every one of the players were on.
Well, Alabama and Arkansas had a lot in common. In that they were. I mean, you look at Alabama's game the other day. I mean, they shot less than 40% from the free throw line, and they're the best three-point shooting team in the country. It makes no sense. They missed like 18 free throws. That was the difference in the game. But, I just saw that pop up over here, and I was like, oh, man. Ray's going to be bummed out this month. Yeah. No calling them hogs today. Did I tell you that my brother-in-law used to be – my brother-in-law used to be when he went to Fayetteville, and when he was there, he was the mascot.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, I got some connections to the. I was going to say the Show Me State, but that's not Arkansas.
That's natural.
Yeah, the natural state. There it is.
That's why I don't have my shirt this morning.
Yeah, and plus you gotta rep the B more. You gotta rep the B more. So
anyway,
sorry, I didn't mean to take a hard left.
No.
Like a NASCAR dirt race here. I'm over here at Bristol, turning left in the mud. You know what I'm saying? So.
Okay, so that's the biggest rumor. AirTags.
AirTags. I like it.
Yeah. I think it's going to be super useful whenever it's finally released.
So how are these devices like the Tile? Are they powered at all, or how do you get the signal?
So that's one of the things that they think is the reason why it may not have been released, is because they're looking for a longer battery life. So Tile has these little batteries inside of it. Most of them will have like a little battery inside of it of some sort. We don't know what Apple's going to use yet, but we do know that it is in the computers and it is in your phone, so it's already connected to your battery. One of the big questions is if you take this device and put it in something that is hard to get to, how often are you going to have to change that battery? Does it broadcast all the time, or does it only broadcast when you need it? So there's still a lot of questions about it, but
Yeah, because it does you no good if you go looking for bogeys in your viewfinder and your bogey's got a dead battery.
Yeah, that's of no help. Which is why I don't have a towel anymore. I had one on my keychain, and then it died. I couldn't find my keys, and then when I finally found it, I figured out the towel.
No, they need to make some kind of. If they're going to do that, they need to make those wirelessly chargeable, so you could just keep one of those QI wireless pad things, whatever they're called, and just keep it close. Yeah, just keep it sitting on one.
Pretty soon, we'll just have Tesla coils in our house, charging everything.
I refuse.
All right,
You're a Tesla guy. You're a Tesla
guy,
aren't you? You would drive a Tesla, wouldn't you?
My assistant does.
I know. I knew that.
I have a Jeep. If Tesla comes out with a Jeep that can do all that stuff, I might.
Have you seen the Rivian?
No.
You need to look up the Rivian. It's a good-looking SUV that's all electric.
Yeah, but that's like indoor SUV.
I love it. You said you had one more story. We got a minute. Hit me.
This is really short. Have you ever heard of NFTs?
No.
Non-fungible tokens. Okay. Brief overview. You can buy digital art, but then somebody can right-click on it, copy, and then they also can have that digital art. So you can copy the digital art, but the one thing you can't copy is a non-fungible token, which is the proof of ownership of that artwork. Okay. Look for NFTs. It's going to start showing up a lot now that I've told you about it. It's kind of like if you were thinking about buying a Jeep, you'll start seeing them everywhere. But there was a guy that sold some artwork for $69 million. Because in part it's digital art. It's digital art. So you could go to his Instagram and copy it. But it'll be lower quality. But you could go to his Instagram and copy this art. But he put it on Christie's auction, sold it for $6 million. Now the art took 13 years to create. He would do one piece of artwork every single day, and then he made a giant collage of the artwork and attached an NFT to it. The NFT proves ownership. Then he put it on Christie's auction. $69 million. The guy's name is Beeple. Beeple.
What a terrible name.
Go look him up, and also look up NFTs. Start paying a little bit of attention to it. There's a lot of people that are buying and trading them. I would not recommend that. We don't know which one of these things is going to stay around. But it's attached to Bitcoin type stuff, Ether.
Well, Ray, let's go to a break, Hayden. Ray Ellen, as always, it's been a pleasure, my friend. I'm so glad that we've been able to reconnect with you. It's been a little while. For those of you that are looking to connect with Ray, be sure to do so. Bearded Men of Real Estate Podcast or on Instagram, Ray Zorback. Ray, as always, my friend, thank you so much.
Yeah, man. See you guys.
All right, buddy. Have a good day. Boomer and the Beard will be right back.
And even our old farm co-host.
Boomer and the Beard.
Why are you staring at me?
I know what you did.
What?
You know what you did.
What are you talking about?
The cookie dough. You've been all up in the cookie dough. My cookie dough.
Okay, see, look, what had happened was...
Get your own dough, yo. Get your own dough with Cookie Dough Magic, now open in Huntsville. We all have memories of stealing that cookie dough from the mixer before our grandmother could bake it. Now you can get it in a cone, cup, milkshake, and more, all safe to eat with no baking required. We have 12 delicious flavors. It's the best of both worlds. Delicious cookie dough, and it's safe to eat. Some of our signature flavors include magic chocolate chip, birthday cake batter, cheesecake dough, salty sweet, peanut butter, and more. It's so good. Get yours today at Cookie Dough Magic. Now open on Jefferson Street North in downtown Huntsville. And check us out online at mycookiedoughmagic.com. Life is short. Mix it up with Cookie Dough Magic.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, the inventor of MyPillow, and like all of you out there, I had problems sleeping. Pillows would go flat, I would flip-flop all night long, I would wake up with a sore neck, maybe a headache, or feel like I needed a nap even though I slept 8 hours. When I invented MyPillow, I wanted it to where you can move the patented fill to give you the exact support you need as an individual, regardless of sleep position. My Pillow will get you into that deep sleep faster, and you will stay there longer. It's not about how much time we spend in bed. It's about how much of that quality sleep we get. I do all of my own manufacturing right here in the United States. I have a 10-year warranty. You can wash and dry My Pillow, and I give you a 60-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. And here's my best offer ever.
Buy your premium queen-sized My Pillow for $29.99. That's right, $29.99 for a premium queen-size My Pillow. Only $5 more for the king size. Go to mypillow.com/radio specials. Use promo code BEARD at checkout.
Are you tired? You suffer from chronic fatigue, neuropathy, or joint pain? Call Madison Integrated Medicine. Our amazing staff will provide an individualized patient experience focused on your overall health to treat the cause, not just the problem, utilizing both traditional and natural medicine. Don't let the symptoms become overwhelming. Treat them preventatively with Madison Integrated Medicine on Slaughter Road in Madison. Call 256-325-0955. That's 325-0955.
770 AM, 92.5 FM, WVNN. Depend on it.
Sing it with me. Here we go. Welcome back to Boomer and the Beard. I am Zach Walker, your big, beautiful, bearded host, joined this morning by Jonah Big Beard Waters, the owner and proprietor at Decatur Customs, Line X Decatur Customs over there on the Beltline. In case y'all want to get anything sprayed with some of that Line X there, you need to give him a call, and you can get in line with the rest of the world.
That's right.
Cause y'all busy. You going to redo are you gonna roll the mobile thing back out?
Oh yeah, we're probably May 1st. I hook it up to that 250 and it stays hooked to about September.
So if you guys have some pool steps outside, that's pretty neat. They come out there, they bring their mobile unit to you, they spray your pool steps, and then you slip resistant.
Yep.
You can't be slipping around on your pool.
Well, and a lot of people, the problem is like they'll have big guys like us.
Oh, big fella.
It's always that first step you take that top step, you putting a lot of weight down.
Yeah, we got a lot of weight to put down too.
And then you kind of tiptoeing the rest
Connor
of the way.
don't have to worry about it. He's light on his feet, you know what I'm saying? He's like a little ballerina, and I'm over here.
But yeah, that first step gets cracked. They get cracked a lot. We see a lot of cracks.
Oh, you talking about the weight? I was talking about slipping.
No, it's that first step. You know, the big guys always
big
put
fellas,
a crack.
we're gonna put a dent in it.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Hayden and Connor get on that first step together, jump up and down, wouldn't do no damage. I step on it once, crack. But
you know, that last segment got me thinking: are we getting?
That's dangerous.
Well, but are we getting too dependent on technology?
I think this is a question for Connor to weigh in on. Connor, what do you think? You're the technology guy. I mean, you love the Ray Allen segment as much as the next guy does, and Ray's incredibly intelligent and very in the know about this stuff. I think, my personal opinion,
with the keys, for instance,
technology makes life a lot simpler if you use it correctly. But I think there is a fine line between efficiency and reliance.
Like keeping up with the keys. Oh, I got this thing, so I ain't got to worry about it so much. Then, you know, or if you don't have it, maybe we just need to focus on, okay, I need to pay more attention to my life and what I'm doing with my things. But anyway, yeah.
Where do you land on that, Connor?
That's a good question. I haven't really thought a whole lot about that. But I will say, you know, I think if you were to ask me, like, if I could live at any point in human history, if you gave me that option, I don't think I'd go anywhere but where we are right now because technology's in such a great place. I mean, you think about it in that terms. I mean, I think we're in a good place right now. The thing that I worry about the most is technology reaching a point where a lot of human work is put into obsolescence, and then you're in.
He said obsolescence.
That's why I got a scholarship.
So I do seriously have some concerns about where workplace automation in manufacturing type environments is heading. It's already really prominent, and I have a feeling that as time goes on, I mean, you're looking at what some of these artificial intelligence neural networks are able to do, and they're some like desk job human workers in the next 50 years.
What's a neural network?
Basically a type of artificial intelligence. But I mean, you could have.
If only they'd had artificial intelligence driving that ship in the Suez Canal, we wouldn't have been stuck. You know what I'm saying? Just put a little satellite on that joker, let it autopilot.
Yeah, well, I mean, Connor's got he makes some valid points because I think he's getting at
obsolescence.
We could simplify it all the way down to the calls for wage hikes, and then you go into a McDonald's or the self checkouts at Walmart, and they're like, oh, well, we need to. I had a conversation with an old gentleman a couple years ago who's passed away, but he was just so against the minimum wage. Talking about everybody needs the price, wage increases. And I'm like, well, sir, think about the self checkouts. And this is before McDonald's and them started putting in the little, you go in there and place your own orders right there. Or now we can just simply go on an app and do a to-go order or whatever,
which I love.
And but that's killing jobs. But back to what Connor was saying about production, we all need to be careful with that, and maybe we need to be careful of what we wish for also.
I feel like technology, when used appropriately, can make a huge difference in lots of things, and at the same time, I mean, I was going to ask you this, Connor, when you drive anywhere nowadays. I mean, I'm not talking about within a 10-mile radius, but if you're going to Huntsville, downtown, to a restaurant, you're going to Cookie Dough Magic, whatever, do you put it in your GPS?
No, I know my way around pretty well around here.
So I do too, but I've noticed myself putting it in the GPS everywhere I'm going.
Really?
Yeah, because I like to plug it into Apple Play, and I like to see my distance and what time I'm going to arrive, and I like to see – it's not because I need the directions, but what I've noticed is it's taking away my reliance on remembering how to get places, and I'll find myself going somewhere that I've been 15 times and being like, man, is this my turn?
Well, that makes me
and
think
needing to look at the GPS. And so it's dumbing down. I think if you're not careful, technology can dumb down society in a way, because these things are, I mean, we carry supercomputers in our hands. I mean, literally.
Yeah.
And so, I don't know. It's just something, I'm glad that you don't, but I would bet if you took a poll of people at your school, you would be amongst the minority in that a lot of them are punching everything into their, and I'm not talking about going to the square. I'm talking about if you're getting on a highway and going somewhere more than 15 minutes away, odds are, because I do it a lot. Not because I need to know where I'm going, but because I like the information. I think it's just a desire for constant information. I can get constant feedback.
I'm right there with you on that.
I mean, you can get constant
I do it every
info.
morning on my way here.
Just
to make sure there's like no traffic or anything.
Right.
If I need to take a different route, I got to make sure I'm going to be here on time, like all that kind of stuff.
Using Waze to look at traffic. I mean, all that stuff.
Well, let's take that a step further. So let's say Hayden or Connor, and something happened, and you're on your way to work, and you forgot your phone, and you needed to stop and borrow a phone or use a payphone to call Zach and say, Zach, something happened. I can't make it or I'm late. Do you know Zach's phone number?
That's a great question.
No, I don't. I don't know what I would do.
Do you know your mom's and your dad's and your brother and sister? Do you know all their numbers by heart?
I know my whole family's by heart.
Because I honestly, I know my wife's number, and I know a couple of my best friends' numbers that hasn't changed ever. Like my cell phone's been the same forever, but my brother and my dad, I'm pretty positive I do not know their phone number by heart.
Well, that's a great point, though. I mean,
and that's important. I mean, that's if you get stuck somewhere and you're used to hitting somebody's name in your phone, and you don't, we don't dial no more.
No, I always recommended to young men that were starting to drive as I was coaching baseball to take a little note card or something in your wallet, because you're always going to have your wallet. If you're driving, you're going to have your license. Just stick a handful of numbers in your wallet. That way, if anything were to ever happen, you get in a car accident and your phone gets tossed and, whatever. I mean, because honestly, I mean, with Mason, with his accident, I mean, we still have not ever found his phone. I mean, now he didn't make it through the accident, but we never found his phone. And so had he been buckled up, he probably would have walked away from that accident and would have had no ability to call anybody because his phone would have been tossed 1.5 miles. And then he's got no idea how's he going to call anybody. He doesn't have any numbers. And so I always tell people, write down, if you don't know the numbers you need to know, write down a couple important numbers in your phone, on a little note card, put them in your wallet. And that way, I mean, although I've got a bad habit. When I get in my truck, I pull my wallet out of my back pocket. I've left it in Connor's car before. We're sticking it up, and I stick it up in the. I think I left it in your car. I stick it up in the what's it called? The visor, sun visor, because I don't like sitting on it all the time. You know what I'm saying? It's a little uncomfortable, and so then that may end up screwing me. If that situation ever happened. But again, it's all good points, and so again, technology, I think the problem is people don't take the time to critically think about the differences and where technology causes gaps and shortcomings and have these conversations that really not that important, but they are. I mean, it's things that are going to matter if you ever get in a car accident. It could literally mean the difference in life and death if you get in a car accident that is bad and you need to get in touch with somebody. And I don't know. Technology's great. But we just have to be judicious and wise in how we apply those changes in that technology to our lives.
We shouldn't let it dumb us down.
No.
Or forget what we need to be.
And I need all the help in the world because I'll dumb down the heartbeat. You know what I'm saying? I'll dumb her right down. I'll jump in there. I mean, I'm talking about I'll go right over here and just get right. I mean, just right there. Just dumb it down just in a heartbeat. So Boomer and the Beard will be right back.
And even our old farm co-host.
Boomer and the Beard. This is News Talk 770 AM, 92.5 FM, WVNN. News starts now.
Day 2 of testimony in the trial of former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin, who is on trial for murder and the death of George Floyd. On Monday, the defense argued that the crowd that had gathered to take video when Chauvin had his knee on Floyd's neck prevented Chauvin from paying attention to what was happening. ABC News legal analyst Dan Abrams.
That's a potentially dangerous argument for the defense to make, that somehow Derek Chauvin wasn't paying enough attention. And I think that it was an error by the defense to not at least nod to, acknowledge the power of that video that those jurors sat there and watched for all that time.
CDC Director Dr. Rochelle Walensky is warning that the U.S. could be looking at a fourth COVID wave if people aren't careful. She says some places appear to be opening up too soon, even as more people get vaccinated. Pfizer and BioNTech say they're ramping up production of their vaccine. They expect to manufacture 2.5 billion doses in 2021. Sherry Preston, ABC News.
Karen's a quilter.
Karen's Quality Quilts. Quality custom quilts quickly.
How's the quilting business, Karen?
Kind of quiet. My quest to quadruple my quilting sales has created a quagmire.
Can I be candid, Karen?
Okay.
You need a website that can encompass the quality of your quilts.
I know quilts, but I know no computers. They're confusing.
But there are people who know coding like you know quilting.
Who's that?
I'm glad you asked. Web Underdog creates websites that don't just catch the eye, they catch customers. And they're as user-friendly for you as they are for your clients. We build high-quality, clean, well-coded, custom designs for organizations of all sizes that are affordable, professional, and specially made for your brand and visitors. Outside of responsive web design, Web Underdog also offers search engine optimization, website management, and so much more. Give your business the professional touch and contact Web Underdog for a free web design quote. Call 256-998-0667. That's 998-0667 and online at webunderdog.com. Web Underdog, your local web design and SEO agency.
Why are you staring at me?
I know what you did.
What?
You know what you did.
What are you talking about?
The cookie dough. You've been all up in the cookie dough. My cookie dough.
Okay, see, look, what had happened was...
Get your own dough, yo.
Cookie Dough Magic, now open in Huntsville. 12 delicious flavors in a cone, cup, milkshake, and more. Cookie Dough Magic, now open on Jefferson Street North in downtown Huntsville. And check us out online at mycookiedoughmagic.com.
My friends, for the first time, atheists have become the largest religious group in America, the religion of no religion. The number of Americans who profess no belief in God has skyrocketed, increasing 266% over the last 30 years. Now, almost a quarter of the population is atheist. Atheists outnumber Catholics and evangelicals, and mainstream Protestant churches have declined 62% since 1982. A lot of numbers in this update. Is anybody surprised by this? Liberal Democrats have been waging a war on faith since the 1960s, and their victories are shattering our society. You can see signs of the new godlessness everywhere. The murder rates in blue cities, the crimes against children, the disintegration of the traditional family. For heaven's sake, look at 1 million abortions in America every year, and liberals celebrating abortion up to the moment of birth and after. The same survey revealed something else, a happiness recession. Not a coincidence. It turns out the non-religious, and you non-religious people know who you are, 40% less likely to say they're happy, very happy, compared to the religious. Well, amen to that. The left is as wrong about God as they are about everything else. And that's saying something.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Stay informed and entertained all day long. Only on WVNN.
Welcome back to Boomer and the Beard. I am Zach Walker, your big, beautiful, bearded host, and that was your computer, Connor, screaming like that. I don't know what. Oh, you've got that cable sitting up there. Live from the Chick-fil-A Decatur studio this morning. Chick-fil-A Decatur, 2 locations to serve you more, 31 South and the Beltline. They are also hiring, so give Mackenzie a call over at old Chick-fil-A and let them know the Beard sent you, and you are looking for a job. You're looking for a job. That's Spanish for job, by the way. Jonah, how are you this morning, buddy? You getting ready to go spray some trucks or what?
Yeah, we got a bunch
of trucks. Yeah, that's over there at Line X Decatur Customs.
You know, I was just thinking about Chick-fil-A. They got that new grilled spicy filet.
Ooh,
and I love spicy.
Oh, I love spicy.
I love spicy.
I'll eat a spicy anything. If they had a spicy turd, I'd give it a go.
It's been a minute since I've had Chick-fil-A. I mean, you know, the inside's closed and the drive-thru's like wrapped around twice.
Yeah, but even when it's wrapped around twice, it's still faster than most places.
Oh, it is. I just have zero time for anything, so that's usually why we eat practically breakfast, lunch, and supper at the shop all the time. My wife's got some turkey taco soup in the crock pot we're going to have today for lunch. Might have it for supper, or we got some tuna sandwiches. I don't know.
You like a good tuna sandwich?
I love a tuna sandwich.
Yeah, what you like in your tuna?
She'll do like some Morton's all season, and then some mayo, and then a slice of tomato, and 1 circle of onion. I don't like a whole lot of onion.
1 circle of onion.
Yep, I don't like a whole lot of onion. I mean, I like onion. I like it on everything. I just don't like a lot of it.
I'll eat onion like an apple. I love onion.
And my wife's one of these. She could almost have like an onion sandwich. She likes a lot of onion. I don't like it.
I love onion. I mean, if I'm eating catfish, I'm gonna take an onion and eat it like an apple.
Oh yeah, yeah. Just eat a little bite of.
Oh, I'm just gonna tell. So good.
My wife's one of them though that she don't eat tomatoes, but she loves salsa. She loves ketchup.
That's weird.
Don't eat no.
It's weird.
And I know,
Christy, you're weird.
well, and my brother's same way. Same way.
Brother, you're weird. What's your brother's name?
Sam.
Sam, you're weird.
Yeah, I don't really.
Christy, who you Facebook stalking today? Out of curiosity.
we done.
We ain't gave her a reason to go stalking anybody yet.
We done figured out everything in Hayden's life. So
Connor, you better be careful. Should get over on that CSI vein. You know what I'm saying? Get over in that CSI joint. Hayden, are you going to talk to Mackenzie today?
Yeah, I'll shoot her a snap.
No, or text her, or maybe pick up the phone and call her like a dude. You know what I'm saying? Maybe pick up the phone and have a phone conversation with her and talk to her.
Do you talking to us? Is it like a snap, like a little video or something?
Yeah, it's like a little picture. He'll probably send some. Never mind.
Well, I usually just send a message on that.
But you can't text.
I won't send a picture.
I don't get it.
That's weird.
But I think she did call me.
Shut up.
What?
Yeah, and we talked for a second.
But he thinks.
I can't remember.
My phone ringing. How do you
forget that?
How do you not know?
You were sending me girl after girl.
I was. That's true.
And I was like trying to keep. I can't keep up with who I talked to. I can't remember.
I told you I stack them up like Corwood.
Yeah.
Alaskan winter.
It was overwhelming.
So,
that's what he asked for. Remember, he was over at telling me.
Yeah, I did ask for it.
You ain't gonna get no girls. You ain't gonna get no girls. You ain't got no game. You ain't got no game.
Would you not know if Mackenzie called you?
I would know.
I would. Yeah.
I want to know if Mackenzie called him.
How you don't know?
He don't know. I ain't got a clue.
His stomach was hurting that day.
Yeah, that's a whiskey flu. He doesn't remember anything from that night. A Wasu barber set to appeal $9,000 fine for defying COVID order. Check this out.
$9,000?
Last spring, an Owasso barber gained national attention when he defied Michigan's COVID-19 stay-at-home orders and was fined $9,000 Monday for various violations of the state's licensing rules. But barber Carl Mankey, well, now that's a that's a man's name. You ain't gonna mess with Carl Mankey. You know, Kamala, you might mess with, but Carl Mankey, you know, Biden, yeah, ain't nobody. But Carl Mankey, you ain't gonna mess with Carl Mankey. He plans to appeal the violations. He said he was defending his right to cut hair in defiance of Governor Gretchen Whitmer's stay-at-home order. His lawyer said the fines are a, quote, gasp effort by the state to punish Mankey after repeated failures on other legal venues.
He's being punished for not obeying.
That's a fact.
Obey.
Like, Daddy, don't spank me, please. This is unbelievable. The Michigan Board of Barbers examiners voted Monday to fine Mankey for violations that included carrying a comb in his pocket, accumulating hair and neck guards on the floor at the barbershop, and participating in a protest.
Michigan. Yeah.
They were fined. He was fined $500 for each one of those three for a $1,500 fine, $3,000 for unlicensed haircutting on the Capitol steps. The fines were assessed twice, once on his personal license and once on his business license. At least 4 GoFundMe pages set up to support Mankey raised a total of roughly $87,000. Come on with it. Come on. I want to give Mankey some money right now. I want to give him. Let's go find Connor. See if you can find Carl Mankey's GoFundMe post, because I want to go fund him.
But also, if I had $9,000 worth of fines and I received 80-something thousand in GoFundMe,
I have the best lawyers in the world.
Yeah, I am. And but then again, sometimes maybe just, I don't know. I hate to say, like, just pay the fine and move on, but
no. If you got 87, no, heck no. You fighting, son.
Well, and then
you didn't raise that money to just see. That's the thing about Carl. I don't think Carl raised the money.
But where's all that money going to go to? A lawyer.
Yeah, but who cares? You're going to beat the state.
Well, I might need to
You might need a little
recoup
bit of
some
that
of my
money.
money to, since I've been out of work at the same time, feed my family too. So I don't know, but hey, at least he stood up, and everybody else has stood up.
Yeah,
there was a lot of hair.
I'm finding a bunch of different GoFundMe's out here.
There's a lot of barbers and hairstylists that got in a lot of trouble over all this stuff.
Yeah, that one has 72,000 in it.
I mean, like with the hair industry, with the food industry was able to change up a little bit and still be productive and sell product. But the hair industry just got totally shut down unless she was a politician.
Yeah, unless
Like
old
Nancy
Nancy needed a
Pelosi.
cut.
Uh-huh.
If she needed a cut, she was all right then. She'd roll on in there. Oh, wow.
But good for him.
Oh, wow. He's raised lots of money, man. Lots of money.
The guy in Michigan there?
Yeah, good for you, Carl.
Yeah.
This one right here. Oh, this is good. Okay. This is the best name for, what's her name, Whitmire?
Mm-hmm.
Fuhrer Dimwit. Yeah, go ahead and throw that up there, Connor. Show the world what Carl Mankey's working with. Go on, Carl. Go on with your bad self. 73,000 on that one. This one here had a $100 goal. They raised $4,100. The other one had a $5,000 goal. They raised $10,000. Go on with your bad self, Carl.
Mm-hmm.
Go on with your bad self, Carl.
He got about 100,000 in it.
I'm talking about go on and get you $100,000 then,
Uh-huh.
and then pay them attorneys. But look, those attorneys, I bet they're good dudes. Working for freedom.
Yeah.
They probably doing some.
What they call that, pro bono?
Pro bono. That's a really freaky thing.
get that either.
You could have thought of
It's probably French.
Yeah.
Connor, that's French, ain't it?
Pro bono.
Pro bono.
Might be Latin. I'm not
it's
sure.
Latin. It is Latin.
It's Marshall's what it is. Boomer and the Beard will be right back. How's it going?
Boomer and the Beard. Boomer and the Beard.
Boomer and the Beard.
You go as hard as you can. And then a little harder.
And then it was like I stepped funny,
Mm-hmm.
and I could barely walk on it.
Okay, let's take a look.
At Lang Chiropractic, we'll help your sports performance and your overall health by improving your range of motion, flexibility, relieving inflammation, and so much more. Focusing to improve your health and wellness in all areas of your life. Whether you're having trouble with back pain, neck pain, or just want to start feeling better when you wake up in the morning, Dr. David Lang is focused on a whole person approach, finding those underlying causes and creating a personalized plan for your individual needs. Schedule your visit by calling 256-444-1600. That's 444-1600 at Lang Chiropractic on Highway 72 East in Athens in the Publix Shopping Center. Visit us online at langchiropracticcenter.com. Lang Chiropractic, we've got your back. Come see us today.
Where is your haircut gone? We know you don't get out as much. You don't drive by your regular sport clips and pop in for that MVP haircut experience that is so much more than a haircut. But isn't it worth getting out for? For that legendary hot steam towel for your face, massaging shampoo that makes you melt into your seat. Oh man, you remember that, right? We found your haircut. It's right where you left it. Sport Clips. It's good to be a guy.
What's better than pizza? That's right, nothing. Well, maybe except for the many ways you can eat it. I like thinner crust. Oh, and with a side of ranch. Mm-hmm.
I'll take mine with a pretty crazy assortment of toppings. Thousands. With a side of wings. Hot ones.
Pizza. It's a beautiful thing and found all over the world. But for your slice of the pie here locally, you want to try Donato's Pizza in Madison. Enjoy our famous pizzas loaded with edge-to-edge toppings, 100 slices of pepperoni, the family recipe sausage, fresh hand-cut veggies, and premium cheeses like our aged smoked provolone. You'll notice the Donato's difference. But why stop there? We also offer subs, calzones, wings, and desserts. Don't keep eating those same old leftovers. Make tonight a Donato's night with Donato's Pizza on Madison Boulevard in Madison. Call 256-772-6789. That's 772-6789. And online at Donatos.com. Donato's Pizza, where every piece is important.
Where is your haircut gone? We know you don't get out as much. You don't drive by your regular sport clips and pop in for that MVP haircut experience that is so much more than a haircut. But isn't it worth getting out for? For that legendary hot steam towel for your face, massaging shampoo that makes you melt into your seat. Oh man, you remember that, right? We found your haircut. It's right where you left it. Sport Clips. It's good to be a guy.
Listen to Alabama's voice of reason, WVNN Afternoons with Yeffy.
When you just talk about practice, we sitting in here, I'm supposed to be the franchise player, and we're in here talking about practice. I mean, listen, we talking about practice. Not a game, not a game, not a game. We talking about practice.
Welcome back to Boomer and the Beard. I'm Zach Walker, your big, beautiful bearded host. We are live from the Chick-fil-A of Decatur Studios right here in good old Athens, Alabama. We're so glad you've joined us on this Monday. I'm just kidding. Tuesday morning edition. Cheeseburger's going to be pissed. So glad to have you guys with us this morning. We've got Tugboat. We've got producer Connor. We've got Jonah the Beard of Jonah. But I got to come up with a better nickname than just Jonah. Jonah the Whale.
I got that my whole life.
Yeah, that was not very original. I'll come up with something clever. 866-494-9866. If you've got a nickname for Jonah, we'd love to hear it. 866. You guys have been great. You've named all kinds of stuff. What was it that they named the Zach Pack? We got the Zach Pack. We got Will Billy. I mean, we got some great names from our audience.
DJ Dallas, which was incredibly original. Speaking of, he's joining the Marine Corps. Really?
Yeah, so good, proud of him. Thankful for young men like him who are willing to step up, serve this great country, and so his service. I was talking to him the other day, and so he has officially signed on. I asked him if he wasn't smart enough to join the Army, and that's why he joined the Marine Corps. But anyways, that's neither here nor there.
Speaking of military, as now that I'm older and looking back, if I would have,
do you wish you would have joined?
I think. From what I like now and kind of what I would have been interested in, and I know that military people like to joke on the Navy, but I think the Navy would have been cool just to be on, the ships and just the traveling and the I don't know, I guess I'm kind of drawn more toward the water.
You know what they say about the Navy?
Well, again, I mean, I've heard a lot of jokes about it.
A couple hundred dudes go out on a boat and 100 couples come back.
It just seems interesting, because I mean, they talk about that 2 years of mandatory military service.
I love that. Go on, give it to them.
And looking back, also, I feel like that would be something very positive for men in this country.
Let's look at Connor's case right now. If we had mandatory minimum service right now, and Connor is graduating, he's about to go do his 2 years. He's going to score off the charts on the ASVAB. So he's going to be able to choose anything he wants. Nuclear engineer. He's going to, I mean, literally. And the way the military is now, it's not the same fighting force it was 30 years ago. Mm-hmm. We have incredibly, cybersecurity and hacking. I mean, we've got all these incredible things where Connor would be an incredible asset to this country.
Yep.
It would be an incredible asset to Connor because he's going to get 2 free years of education and training and whatever else.
Structure.
And structure. And then let's just say, hypothetically, he doesn't like the military life. And because Connor's probably not going to be a combat MOS. That's not his nature. I mean, unless I'm missing the boat, Connor, and you just want to grab a rifle and run out with the infantry. I would see you probably being more on the intelligence side of things and being in some kind of, I could see you being a drone pilot, sitting behind a desk and flying these surveillance and drones from, I mean, those guys don't even, literally, when they deploy, they sit in a base in Nebraska and fly remote controlled, but it would be a huge service to Connor, be a huge service to our country. And in 2 years, if he doesn't like it, if he's like, man, military life's not for me, now he's 20 and he's going to college.
Yeah.
And it really doesn't set his life back at all. And
the 2 years is a positive versus the 4
fact.
where people may just drop out.
That's fact. I think 2 years would be ideal.
Yeah.
And I think it'd be great to have every young man spend those 24 months serving our country. And again, like you said, 2 years is not a term that is so overwhelming that you're like, man, I'm not going to be starting college till I'm 22. Like 18 to 20 is not that big of a jump.
It's 2 solid years of positivity for a man to learn all the things you said, the structure, the discipline, and just to kind of, because when I got out of high school, I mean, I was so over everything. I just wanted to go get a job and just take a break. And that 2 years will be a really good break to figure out what you want to do for the rest of your life.
Where do you land on that, Connor? What do you think about mandatory minimum? And this isn't a right or wrong answer. Just out of curiosity, where does it land? I mean, as somebody who is 18, fixing to, be in this stage of your life.
And where would you choose to go, Connor?
I'm not sure. I haven't given this a lot of thought. I'm a little uneasy with just the mandatory nature of it. I tend to prefer some level of freedom of choice in how one chooses to go about their life. I think that should be a decision that you make.
Sure.
But I do understand, and I think that we should promote it, because I think that there's a lot of people who do go off to college with no clear sense of direction, and they go into a lot of debt. And the military could definitely be a better option for somebody like that.
No, I completely get the not wanting the mandatory nature of it. But I also look at society as it stands today. But then again, by the same token, I look at where our military is headed today, and I'm kind of like, I don't know if I want people mandatorily having to go serve in a military that's focusing on pregnant flight suits and sex change operations for soldiers. You know what I'm saying? So there's a plus and a minus on both sides, I guess. I mean, the Army I served in, I think it would have been fantastic for any man to go spend. I think every man should have to go to basic training at a minimum. Go spend those 13 weeks understanding what those guys go through, and then you have a choice. At the end of that, if you want to do your 2 years, great. If you don't and you want to go, that's a summer camp. Is all that is, and that's it's your American summer camp where every single man goes off to basic training, experiences that, and then at the end of that 13 weeks says, yeah, you know what, I'll finish out my 2-year term, or no, I want to go back to my regular life. No one's gonna be worse off for that. Everyone's gonna be in better shape. They're gonna understand their country. They're gonna understand the fighting forces. They're gonna understand how our country protects itself. The military has 2 functions: to prevent war, and then if we have one, to freaking win it. That's all they do. That is their only 2 goals. And to understand that at the most intimate level, I think would be a benefit to everybody. But that's neither here nor there. That's not even what I had on the docket to talk about in this segment, but we kind of landed there. What I do want to talk about is we talked about yesterday over Lil Nas X, Old Town Road. I'm going to take my Satan shoes and get sued by Nike. I'm going to put human blood in the air bubble. So Nike had absolutely no control over this. I want to make sure I'm very clear about this. This was not a Nike-released shoe, okay? There is a company called MSCHF. They are a shoe customizing company. They bought 700 pairs of these shoes, and then they created a custom release for Lil Nas X. Nike had absolutely nothing to do with it, and now they're getting crucified for it, no pun intended, and they're saying, wait a minute, we didn't even know this was happening. So not to give Nike a pass, because Nike doesn't deserve a pass with everything else they've done, but on this, we're going to call balls and strikes always on this show. And so this particular situation, Nike's not at fault. I just want to be very clear and make sure that, we're not going to indict anybody that doesn't need indicting. We're not going to trash anybody that doesn't need trashed. Nike didn't do anything wrong here.
But this company has been doing this with Nikes. I mean, people have been doing this for a while, so the fact of that now Nike wants to try to stop this.
Well,
they maybe should have been a little bit.
The collaborations they do in the past aren't exactly themed though. They're more like they do brand collaborations. Like they'll do a brand collaboration with Supreme or with Off-White or with some of these designer brands, and basically all they're doing is they are the fabrication company that takes 2 brands and melds them together. So they were hired by Lil Nas X to do this. So really, Lil Nas X, this is very much like the Oregon Bakery situation. This company should have said, we're not doing that. We do Nike collaborations all the time, and Nike never
I'm just trying to see how
So the specific complaint they filed
because it's bought. It's bought.
Right, but it's where's the word? It is trademark. What's I was trying to look at the word. I sent it to you guys yesterday. The words they used were very specific. It basically was. Here it is. Dilution of the trademark. So basically, they're saying we don't mind collaborations as long as they're not they're not going to take our brand and put us in a controversial position, right. Even though they're happy to put themselves in controversial positions. But that's their right. If they want to put themselves in a controversial position, they have that right to do so. You don't have the right to buy a pair of Nike. And here's the other thing: if you bought a pair of Nikes that weren't for commercial sale, you bought them and then you sent them off to this company and you had Satan put on them or whatever, Nike couldn't stop you. They're your shoes. Where they run into trouble is they bought multiple pairs and then they turn around and they're selling them commercially. So now they're profiting from someone else's property that they've then diluted with the satanic pentagram and all that other stuff. So I just wanted to issue a clarification on that because I don't like trashing anybody that doesn't deserve. Look, we'll trash anybody if they deserve to be trashed. We'll take that shovel and scoop it on top of them. But in this case, they were not necessary. Tomorrow we'll be off. It'll be a best of episode. We'll be back with you guys Thursday morning bright and early. Connor, have a great time in Tuscaloosa, buddy. Tugboat, as always. Love you, man. Jonah, thank you so much. And Marshall!